everybody's going to die of COVID virus. Everybody. I don't care if you die of a fungus on your toenail. I'm going to identify it as COVID virus. So you can give me $39,000. I'm going to put you on a ventilator. You come in with a toenail thing, I'll put you right on a ventilator, and then after I put you on the ventilator, when you die, I'm going to say, okay, it's COVID, give me $39,000. It's greedy, it's nasty, it's vicious. I hate to talk like that, but I believe it to be true. So, okay, what are we saying here? What we're saying here is that we have to get reasonable. We have to measure the consequence. The consequence of our fear, the consequence of our distrust of our fellow human being, the consequence of our willingness to give up our freedom because we believe that death is stalking us, is that we're going to kill ourselves anyway through economic suicide. We're going to kill ourselves anyway through political suicide. We're going to kill ourselves anyway through fear that kills us because we're afraid. And I'm suggesting to you that we have to move beyond. We have to get out of this. You and I have to make a personal, individual decision to believe. Now, what do I want you to believe? People say, well, that's the science. That's the science. Well, okay. Dr. Fauci, Dr. Burke stood up and they said, the science is that 2.4 million people will die. Well, that wasn't science. It was statistics. It was a mathematical formula based upon mathematical formulas called algorithms, which the intelligentsia said to us, well, given that A is true and given that B, we don't know that A is true, but given that you give me that A is true, we don't know that A is true, but you give me the idea that A is true. And then given that B is the consequence of A, now we don't even know that A exists, but because we posit or we extrapolate that A exists, then therefore B exists, and then in this world of non-factualness, non-scientific algorithms, mathematics, fantasy world, therefore B exists, and if B exists, then C is the consequence. And so according to that model, a mathematical, philosophical, doctrinaire model, 2.4 million people should have died by now in America, in the United States of America. It's not 2.4 million, it's not 2 million, it's not 1 million, it's not 100,000. It's less than 100,000. Think of that. Not 2.4 million, not 2 million, not 100,000, less than 100,000. So the model is extremely faulty. Extremely faulty. So we have to take that into consequence, take that into consideration, because we're intelligent beings. We're not stupid. We're not stupid. Now, none of us wants to run into a situation where we're going to get grinded up in the grinder of the disease. However, with prudence and intelligence and the application of our reasonableness and trust in our president, because President Trump has acted the last month, always with integrity, but I believe that. But the last month with absolute integrity, no matter whether it's CNN or NBC or MSNBC or whoever it is going to attack him and call him and say, the president told you to drink Clorox, or the president told you to drink, to inject yourself with Lysol. That's absurd and stupid. And anybody who believes that kind of crap is absolutely a jerk. A jerk, folks. And let's be blunt about it. So, do you want your life back? Do you want your freedom back? Do you want to protect yourself against the tyrants who would shut you down and make you forever and forever and forever afraid? We must stop this insanity. And beside that, we're killing ourselves economically. Everything is collapsing around us, and we haven't even seen the full effect. Every action has a consequence. Every action has a consequence. And this action of shutting us down has a consequence of destroying our economy, destroying our supply chain, destroying our businesses, destroying people's lives, and destroying our future. We're killing ourselves voluntarily because we're afraid of something. What is that something? We're afraid of this thing which people tell us will bring us death. However, real science, real statistics, actual figures are showing us today that it's not 2.4 million, it's not 2 million, it's not 1 million, it's not 100,000, it's less than 100,000 people will die. And we're not even sure that these people who died of the coronavirus are actually dying of it, or they may have died of something else, but they had coronavirus at the same time. And therefore, as Dr. Birx has said, we will count them, although they may have died of a stroke or a heart attack or a septicemia or any other thing, because they had the coronavirus at the time, we will count them as coronavirus deaths. That's very inaccurate, and that's very unscientific, and that's very false. So, my friends, what I'm doing in this presentation is I'm pleading with you, and I'm saying to you, we have to get real. We have to put on the big boy pants, and we have to put on the big girl skirts. We have to stop being babies. And that's fine for you to say, Frederick Henry. That's fine for you to say. You go ahead and do that, but we won't. Folks, if you don't, then we're going to have fear forever. And we're going to have tyranny forever. And we're going to be victimized forever. And I suggest that you just put on your thinking cap. You put on your big boy or big girl pants or skirts, and you think it through. Think about this. Think about it. Give it some consideration. What is reasonable? What is, to you, seems to be reasonable? And if you come to the conclusion that you want to be afraid forever because you are afraid of your neighbor, because you're afraid of the grocery store, because you're afraid of the retailer, because you're afraid of the gas station, then stay at home. But don't force me to stay at home. Don't use the power of government, the power of police, the power of the government, the authority of the power of the government to lock me down. Lock yourself down. If you believe all that, if you want to be afraid forever, if you think that the minute you step out your door, you're going to die, that's fine. Stay home and die at home. But don't make me stay at home, because I don't believe that. I don't want to stay at home. I don't want to be a slave to the political structure. I don't want to be afraid forever. That doesn't mean I'm unscientific, doesn't mean I'm stupid, doesn't mean I'm not a person of reasonable intelligence. I have a doctorate degree, folks. I'm not stupid, believe me. It wasn't easy to get. I worked very hard, and I studied very hard, and I have several master's degrees. I'm not a person of ignorance, but I'm a person of reasonableness, and I'm saying to you, if you want to believe that, you want to stay home, you will never want to leave your home again, and you want to have everything delivered to you in your home, and you never want to breathe the fresh air again, fine. Go and do that. That's your prerogative. That's your choice. But don't vote to have me suppressed and have me locked down and have me in prison, because I don't want to be locked down. I don't want to be suppressed. I don't want to be in prison. I want to be free. I'm an American. I love my freedom. I cherish my freedom. I love my duly elected president, beloved Donald J. Trump. I really do. And so I suggest, if you're listening to CNN, stop. Listen to Don Bongino. Listen to Black Conservative Patriot. Listen to Laura Ingraham. She's magnificent. Listen to Hannity. Hannity's a little bit oppressive by his repeat, but that's what he does. I would even be bold enough to say listen to Rush Limbaugh, because you know what? If you listen to CNN, NBC, Scarborough, you're listening to liars, phonies, and tyrants. Stop it. These are not the people you want to listen to. Okay, I promised you over time that I would open up a website. I'm having a difficult time because I have so much to do. However, I did have a website. It's not the best. Frederick Henry, the Frederick Henry Show WordPress.com. I did public. I don't have any money. Come on, folks. I'm not asking you for money. I'm just telling you, I don't have any money. So I can't put up a whole thousands and thousands of dollars website. This is Citizen Fred talking to you. So the Frederick Henry Show at WordPress.com. The Frederick Henry Show at WordPress.com. I ask you, if you're listening to this program and it has a like button, please help me. I know hundreds of you have done that, but I need thousands of you to do that. I need to get reaffirmation for the effort that I'm putting into this. Click the like button if you think this is a worthwhile broadcast. And if you care to, go on the Frederick Henry Show at WordPress.com and just say hello or make your comments. I will get those comments. I will get your your input, and I will reflect that input. I will reflect those comments. I will feed back to you what I have seen. So if you care to go to the Frederick Henry Show at WordPress.com and make a comment, make a whole page of comments, send me a whole entire treatise. It's okay. I want to hear from you because this is a one-way street at this point, and I promise you I would do something to open it up so that you could respond to me. It's not the best. It's not elegant. It's not something that costs thousands of dollars. It's what I can do with a few bucks out of my own personal pocket to give it to you. So if you care for your fellow citizens who are doing this, if you're downloading this and you think this is important, please, because I like to build up. So if I have an opportunity to show that there is a bigger and bigger audience, maybe I can have a better website and a better contact system and a better way. So either click the like button or send me a comment at the Frederick Henry Show at WordPress.com. Okay, that's enough for today. It's a long program. I want to thank you very much. I know it's impassioned. I know it's listen, folks, this is one man's opinion. I'm sharing it with you, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you very much. I want to thank you. I can imagine you. I can think of you in your homes, in your places, wherever you are, being bold enough and big enough and having a depth of thinking enough to download this podcast and being willing to take a chance and listen to another citizen. And I would very much like to hear from you, and then reflect your comments on future podcasts. This is the Frederick Henry Show. It's everything about Trump. And right now, of course, we're dealing with the coronavirus. But if you will feed back to me, and especially if you have an opportunity to go to that website, the Frederick Henry Show at WordPress.com, and make a comment, I will feed back that comment and make that I will broadcast that comment on a future program. And if you want to identify yourself, you don't have to give me your whole name. Just call yourself Ken or Bill or Bob or Mary or Jane or Zelda or whatever. It doesn't make any difference. And I'll say, well, this is from Zelda. This is from Mary. This is from John. This is from Bill. This is from Paul. Whoever. This is from whoever, whatever a handle you want to give yourself, and then I'll make a comment about your comment. I'll read your comment, and I'll make a comment about your comment. And that way, you and I can have a dialogue. And then if this works out, and then there's likes and comments back and forth, and I'm trying, folks, then we can have a dialogue with each other. I know you listen to Fox or CNNBC or whatever you listen to, and it's a one-way street. I would like it to have a two-way street. And if you give me the opportunity to have a two-way street, I will make it a two-way street between you and me. And if you're an expert at this, if you have ability at this, if you're an internet guru, if you're a person who wants to play around with the internet, if you're a person who knows how to do communications better than I do, then I can be the content person and you can be the person who makes it happen. And I'm enlisting you as a volunteer. I would like to know that you can volunteer to help me. I can deal with the content and you can deal with the technic stuff and the technological stuff and the do-it stuff, okay? Okay, listen, that's enough for now. I thank you very much. And, I just want to call out one Right Side Broadcasting Network, RSBN, is doing a tremendous service to America. RSBN Live is putting Donald Trump on there. He's putting Donald Trump Jr. on there. He's putting Kimberly Guilfoyle on there. He's putting a lot of pro-Trump and anti-mainstream fake news media on there. And I want to also, so that's RSBN, or Right Side Broadcasting Network. Wonderful, wonderful people. Don Bongino I mentioned. And also my dear friend, I never met the man, but I listen to him every single day, Black Conservative Patriot, BCP. He's on YouTube, BCP. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. So, okay, my friends, thank you very much. God bless America. God bless you. And we'll get through this together, but we have to help each other. And I'm trying to help you. I hope this is helpful. You're listening to it, and I'm asking you to help me as well. God bless, and looking forward to talking to you on the next podcast. This is Frederick Henry.